Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Dark Skye and today we're playing Inventory, a tower defense factory builder where we're trying to rebuild a ruined Earth one vertical base at a time. If you enjoy the story-driven survival runs and factory experiments like this, please consider leaving a like and subscribing so you don't miss the next playthrough. We're starting from scratch and seeing how far a single run can go. We'll set up our first production lines, turn raw resources into something useful, and bolt defenses onto the edge of the factory so it doesn't fold to the early waves. If things go well, we'll push higher, unlock stronger blueprints, and find out just how much pressure this little tower can take before the enemy finally breaks through. So what I want to do here is this is kind of a special metal here. So we want to find something that has both basically iron and copper. This has copper right here, and then there is also some iron right here, and it looks like it's pretty defensive because of the location it's in. So I think this might be a pretty decent spot for us to set up. So let's set up our base right here. So this is going to go pretty quickly because right up here, you can see that the numbers are going up pretty quick. This is our pollution. We haven't even started building anything yet, and our pollution is already increasing. As it increases, we're going to start getting spore nests on the map. And then once we get spore nests, then they have like these little guys that come in and they'll try to attack our base. And if they get to this main headquarters, then the rocket's going to blast off to space, and that's going to be the end of the game. So right now, what we want to do is we want to set down some miners here onto these the iron deposits here. Let me see, make sure that's iron. Yep, that's iron. Okay, yep, those are all irons. So let's do that right there, and we'll do another one there. And then I want to put in a smelter. I'm not too worried about this oil because I don't even think we're going to make it that far, to be honest. Usually when things start moving and grooving, then they tend to go south very quickly. So we're just trying to build up our defenses here about as fast as we possibly can go. So I'm going to set this up here, and let me see. Let's do that there and there. And I also want to set up, let's see, let's do that right there. And I want to set another one up over here. And the reason is because the ore resource goes into here to create the ingots, and the ingots are, they go pretty quickly. And it doesn't seem to mine the ore as all that fast. So we are going to try to kind of race it. So we're going to hit R there to switch that direction. And then I want to bring this around here to up that in there as well. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side here. And we're going to just put that in there. And then we're going to take this one here and put that there so we can get that going. Now here we want to get the iron going. And once the iron is going, I want to take this and plug that into there. And I want to do the same thing with that one. And then when we're going to go in here, I want to do take the iron ingots. I want to change those to plate. And on this one here, I want to change this to the iron rods. So let's get that all set up there. Now, once we get that going, now the plates is what we require for us to make the conveyor belts. So I'm going to take this here, and I'm just going to put this in here if it's going to let me. There we go. And then on this here, I want to just turn that. I think I'm going to actually just keep that straight and then bring that across and plug it in there. So I can actually branch off of this. So this right now is making these iron rods. If we were to branch off of this and then let's see, there we go. And then go from here. Let's branch out like that. And then if we put in a transformer here, then we can use that to change the iron rods into the iron structures. And then we want to also take plate and we want to change that into iron pipe. So we want to do this relatively quickly. We don't want to spend too much time knocking these out. And then over here should be our plate. So I want to do, okay, I'm not sure if we can take this out or what. Maybe I'll have to even change the way that flows or not. I don't know if I can put something on top of this. I can't. Good. All right. So I want to take this and let's put that there. And then we have the plate coming through. And I want to take the plate to make the pipe. And then we're going to take this and route that through there. And then we'll just get that pretty much going. So we should have all of the resources going now. So if we look in here, I can go to change recipe. I can see I'm making the plate, I'm making the iron rods, and then I'm making the pipes there. Let me see, what is this one making? Oh, this one is making the structures. It just makes it so slow because we're just not producing enough materials getting in there. But you can see that we're doing really well here. All the resources are kind of moving. This seems to be mostly keeping up. We might be able to put in maybe another smelter. There we go. Let's do that instead. And then make sure that that is processing that, and it will bring that back through here.
New spore nest detected.
Oh, good. So now what we need to do also is to get these set up. I haven't even set up my copper yet, but you see how quickly that the nest is. Now the nest is way over here, so that means I need to figure out, probably want to set something up out over here to keep that going as far as my defenses. So I'm going to set up my tower here. And I'm going to need to do is to take, what is this? Is it this one? No, that one's doing pipes. Should be what? This one? This one here, which is taking these, and it's not even doing that many, to be honest. If I take that and I route this through here, and then I put one of these down here. Now, see, I can't make any more of these because I ran out of the copper. And I got the copper right here. So for this here, I'm making these. I might take this out because I don't really need it. And I need to get one of these set up here. And then I want to take those, and I want to change those into bullets. So actually I need, looks like iron ingots. So this should be coming in here. This should be iron ingots that are on this. And I want to change the iron ingots to ammo. And then I'm going to take this here and I'm going to wrap this out here. Get that situated, get some ammo going so that we can keep going on this. One thing I found is if we have this here and if we set this up like right here, just put a thing there, they tend to go and attack that or try to figure out how to attack it. And in the meantime, it keeps them busy enough so that I can continue working over here, trying to set up my defenses and everything. So I have defenses. You can see they're right there on the belt, but they're all almost the same color as the belt, so it's really hard to see. But at least we have those going. Now, if I can get this one here, let's see. If we set up the miner, and then I want to do a smelter. And then I want to set up that so that now I'm making those iron ingots. And see, I don't have enough to make that there. So I think what I can do is I can switch some of these machines. If we change the recipe, I think I can change. I do have where I have the copper ingots go into copper wire, but I can also change it so that iron ingots will make the copper wire, but it takes 240 of them per minute to make 30 per minute of that. So that's quite a bit. That means I need almost what, 80 of them every 30 seconds? Yeah, I need 80 of them every 30 seconds to make one of these copper wires. Okay, so I think what I'm going to need to do is see if I can't take these out. How am I doing defensive wise here? So I have 208 of those iron rods. We're doing really good there. 167 of the tubes. Probably not going to need too many more of those. Do need to keep making the frames, which should have those going here. Where's that? That's the rods there. Oh, I think I was having this make the frames. Yeah, I got that going there. That is making that. So I do have quite a bit of frames. Well, not the frames. I have quite a bit of the rods. So I think I could take this one out. So let's take that out there. And I took too much out over here. There we go. Try to keep that going there. And then let me see here. Probably take out the splitter. And then I have this here. So now what I can do is let's split that off. And that should be able to...
Spore nest activity detected.
Wow, that was quick. So now that I have this here, this is making that. So let's change that to the copper wire. And then we're going to take the copper wire here. Let's pop that in there. There we go. So now we're making the copper wire. So we should be able to start making some other stuff, getting more of these defenses up and stuff like that. We should have the little guys that are coming down here. You can see that they're routing up here to go and take out this this belt. The other thing I found out was kind of interesting, and is if I have this little belt right here, they see how like they stop.
New spore nest detected.
Wow, a new one already. Wow, that was quick. But yeah, see, they don't exactly make it to the belt, and so they'll route around over here, and then they just stay in a giant group until they can get close enough to hit the belt. Very strange. All right, so we have our defenses set up here. Let's see, now we have enough to make some more. Let's go into B. If we press B, we can open up our factory builds. We have logistics, for which we have our routings, and we have our storage solutions and all that. We have our distribution grid here, power generations, which we don't really need power because power right now is infinite. And then we have our defenses. So this one here is a light turret. This is a light turret double barrel, light turret anti-air. And then we have a heavy turret rapid fire. That one might be a pretty decent one. Let's see if we can't set this one up. And I want to put that right there, going into that. So we'll get that all loaded up. We might want to go into here and go into our logistics. And if we use the storage, let's see, let's take out that there. And then we're going to put in the storage container right here. So that way, if it comes in here and it won't build up like it is right here, it'll all come into here. I mean, it'll build up on the belt, but it'll also start building up in the storage. So that way we can keep that going. Now, see how these guys do. And you see how these guys are all just grouping up right here? I just put that one belt there to keep them busy, but I don't know. They just come over here and they're just into a giant group. Maybe they're getting ready, you know, building up a little group before they come attack me. Now we have two spore nests. So we have that one, and now we have another one down here. So we can do the same thing just by sticking that up here. They'll come and attack that belt, and it'll kind of slow them down a little bit. So that way we can continue building up our base, getting things all situated. So we got that, and we got a lot of the copper going in here. So that is great. Keeping that going. Now, the other thing I want to do is, let me see if we can't rebuild some of our lines that we had to take down because we were getting a little low on the resources. This one here is, looks like it's plate, and we were originally running... let's see, plate to tubes. How are we doing on tube wise? We're still at 182. I think what we could do is if we could build up maybe another one of these. See, so I want to build up looks like a miner going into a transformer. And then from the transformer is going to change it to the rods, and then from the rods, it should be able to change it to the next area I want. So let's see here. Let's do that and that. Get that going. And then I want to put in a smelter here. Okay, so we have that processing. We're going to have that change into the iron ore. And then once it changes the iron ore, I'm going to bring that over here to change into that and that. So now we have this here to connect into that and that. Oops. This will connect into there. And for this one here, we just want it to change from these to the rods. And then once it changes to the rods, then we want this here to go from rods to the iron structures. That way it kind of just keeps that going. And then let's see here. If we hit E or the Q, we can turn the screen so we can see what we're doing. And I'm just going to put that in there. And so that should get us get those structures going. It looks like we are a little bit on the low side there, so that's good. Just get that all taken care of. Okay, there's the little guys there. You see they're doing the same thing. They just come up here, they hang out. All I have to do is put that one conveyor belt, keeps them busy. The other ones are up here. They probably got a huge mass by now. Where is the other ones? Should be able to see them pretty easily. If we N, we can see that one and hit N again. Okay, there they are. They're over here. This one here hasn't even started yet, bringing out new masses. But if we is coming in from the other side of our base, So we're going to need to set up some weaponry and whatnot on this side to keep those defenses up. And it's really hard to see where they are sometimes. Oh, there they are, right there and there. Okay, well, I see where it is. I see. So it looks like this is all building up. Maybe it's going the wrong way here.
Detected.
Let's see. Let's take that out. Maybe take that out and then hit B and let's put in the storage container. There we go. There we go. All right. That works. So we should have another one here. We got this one here. We got this one over here that's slowly building up. You see the guys come by. Sometimes they come over here and they just smack it. So if we just stick this like right there. No. Just got to find that sweet spot where they don't smack the belt, and then they'll just stay there. And then, okay, so we got that one. We got that one. Oh, that's the only two. Okay. I thought we had 3 of them, but we don't. Now, it's weird, though, because we could put the belt down, and even though it's on my pointer, they'll follow where this stuff is, you know, even though the belt isn't really there. And now we got another one. How's another spore nest out here? See, it's these spore nests keep coming, but you don't have a lot of time to build up this base. So you really got to build up your base quickly. That's the only problem. I just found that sometimes I just plug these little things in here, and it seems to kind of keep them at bay so that I don't know if that's actually part of the game or not, but it seems to be a strategy that seems to work. So now what I need to do is I got this all going on. I wouldn't mind trying to get more ammo going here. I got see, I got that going there. All this is coming from here to that from the transformer. So if I can get another miner going. And then I'm going to need a smelter for that. And then I'm going to need this. And then I'm going to need some connections getting in there. Oops, did I not do that right? Oh, I built it wrong side. There we go. And then we hit R, turn the pipe so it goes the right way. And then I want this here and then turn into that. There we go. This needs to make that. And then this here should be making our ammo. See, this one takes 50 per minute and it makes 10 per minute, where if I did this, then it would make 20 per minute. So I'm just going to do this one here in hopes that we can process ammo a little bit quicker. Not sure if that's going to work with it to come. I don't think it's going to come out on that belt, right? So if we hit B and then we do a merger, I think I can do the merger like that. There we go. All right. So that is coming out there. This is all nicely built up. I got all kinds of defenses and stuff. We have some guys that are right here. Yeah. So I have a bunch of guys right there. So if they did end up like taking out that belt, they're going to come straight up this way. So I'm going to need to do another merger. So let's do another merger right here. No, I don't want to do a merger. I want to do a splitter. Let's do a splitter right there. And then I want to put out some more guns. So let's get our defenses up. I'm thinking maybe some more rapid fires would probably be in order. So maybe one right there. And if we can get some more of those cubes, I mean, we got quite a bit of everything else. We apparently are not making cubes as fast. Oh yeah, we got cubes here. Yeah, they're going pretty slow. Maybe if we set in another smelter. Like right there. Take this belt. And then process that. And then we want to bring that around. There we go. That's what I want to do, is do that. All right, so we should be able to process more. That's going to come down here. It's going to make more of these belts. Hopefully we can, it'll start. Yeah, it looks like it's keeping up a little bit better. So we're able to process those rods as, you know, significantly more quicker. And if we do that, you can see now that we have, it looks like we have some ammo that must have gotten in there somehow into it. I think I went into my inventory. And so now we got some of the ammo in there. We got rods. We got some more of those iron squares that are going in. The iron cubes. There they are. They are slowly going in. It just takes such a long time just to process one.
Spore nest activity detected.
We got another one, huh? All right. Well, we got this one. Oh my gosh, look at that. It looks like a giant teardrop. It's crazy, just amassing all these guys. And supposedly there's only supposed to be one of these, the type of enemies. But you see these guys have like little purple legs, so it's like a different enemy. But yeah, we got quite a bit going on there. This one here. Oh yeah, they're coming in. They're taking me out. There's no way around that now. They must have broke through. And then what we have, these ones here that are coming from the other direction. Yeah, so yeah, that's how quickly it is. I mean, 1 minute, you know, you think you got your defenses up, things are happening, things are working, and then the next minute, you know, you're just being taken out. So yeah, they are. They're taking out my gun right now. My gun can't even shoot straight down to be able to hit them. But yeah, they're just coming through here, just man, just annihilating my base right now. Just super crazy. But yep, they're gonna come through. They're gonna hit this, and then my rocket's gonna blast off, and that's pretty much end of game. But yeah, that is pretty much how it works. You're trying to build your factory before these guys all break through and get over here and start taking out your headquarters. And there we are. So our score is not too bad. We managed to get up there quite a ways. And yeah, we got some serious experience, but we can work that towards the next mission. But that is how this game is. It's just tower defenses, getting things set up quickly before these guys get in here and just annihilate the base. So it's a super fun game. You can play it on and on and on. It's not just you. And now you can try to continue another mission and see if you can do even better. But yeah, that is it. But I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining me. It's been super fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.